32 video team series, man.
State of the franchise.
State of the franchise, past, present, and future. And we in the NFC West. Is actually our last one, man. We wrap it up with the Arizona Cardinals. History, man. They've been around forever, man. They've been the Chicago Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Phoenix Cardinals, the Arizona. They've been all kinds of Cardinals, and they haven't been good. They had a couple of seasons in the '70s where they were okay. They had your boy, the interception leader,
Paul Krause.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Back in the days,
81 interceptions, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer right there, and they had that season where they went to the Super Bowl and lost the Super Bowl to Big Ben and those boys. That's when they had Kurt Warner, Edgerrin James, Fitzgerald, Anquan.
That's some ballers.
Yeah, man. Darryl Dockett on the defense, man.
Edgerrin James was on that team?
Edge, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Edge was on that team, man. And I remember Doc because he stayed, man.
Bolden.
Of course.
Bolden State, of
Yeah.
course. You know, we had those guys. And
what about Andre Wadsworth?
yeah, he was out there. Yo, that guy was a beast. Yeah, man. He was talking about Peter Work and everybody too. But yeah, man. So and now we get into the present, man, where Bruce Arians. They brought in this guy, and ever since they brought in this guy, they've been. This is pretty much the best their franchise has been in right now, man. They got a chance at the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, man. They got Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald, Michael Floyd, John Brown, Tyrone Matthew, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, it's that defense we got to name, bro, because that's where they hang their hat on, I think. I think it's mixture. This mixture, right?
Yeah, they got a good mix. They play Legos.
Calais Campbell, Patrick Peterson, Tyrone Matthew.
Yeah, man, they got
Deion Buchanan, bro. Kevin Minter. Your boy, they traded for Chandler Jones.
Yeah, they got a talented team.
They are very talented. Very talented.
They had Dwight Freeney right now. He's in free agency.
You might as well call up Dwight back, man. Just bring him on the field on third down, man.
The one thing that team was missing, is they didn't have a pass rush.
Right, consistent one.
It wasn't consistent, and they're one of those teams that has to kind of
blitz.
Yeah, they got to blitz to create.
Oh, they live and die by it, bro. With that secondary, though.
But I think Tyrone did he get signed yet? They signed him to that new deal.
No.
Didn't get there yet.
No, not yet.
But he'll probably be the highest paid safety in the league. I know the Cardinals' concern, and a lot of you fans' concern is can he stay healthy? He's like a box, but he's a smaller guy, and he can do pretty much anything. He can
cover everything.
That's a bad boy.
Safety, that's an all-around superstar right there. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that cost you guys a playoff game, was Carson Palmer, and we know Carson Palmer's history. Can he stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? He played in that game, but apparently he had a bad thumb.
That was a terrible thumb. That thumb,
terrible.
That's the worst thumb I've seen in a minute.
So I don't, you gotta keep him healthy, upright. Didn't have the best offensive line last year. You know what I'm saying? And you guys passed the football a lot.
Vertically, exactly.
It's not dink and dunk.
Yeah.
It's not
so
cute.
That offensive line is probably the key for that run that you have made.
Definitely, and this is one of the teams. There's a couple of teams that they use the pass to set up the run. Usually it's the other way around. But this is one of those teams that they throw it downfield to loosen up. That defense.
David Johnson gonna be running 6-man boxes, man. So he gonna eat, man.
Yeah, he gonna eat. I'm not gonna draft him, but yeah, man. And the future of the Cardinals is, to me, is who's gonna play quarterback when Carson's gone. How long is Carson gonna play? Number one, and
how long is Fitz gonna play?
That's true
right now, man.
Yeah, he is.
It's true.
He's looking for that Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
I probably give him about 2 more years max. Just because he's long in the tooth. It doesn't look like he's ever lost a step. But
he transitioned well from like an outside receiver to kind of inside guy, man.
He's always had a big body. You know what I mean? Didn't necessarily have the speed, but he's one of those guys that can run routes and get open. He knows the holes in the defenses, where to sit and all that. But yeah, man. Is the future is who's going to play quarterback? Because I think the future for the Cardinals right now is pretty bright. Just replacing, being able to replace the pieces that you're eventually going to lose by the time Carson is gone.
Well, the team is built to win now. It's built to win now. They have to get the job done. Carson, has to get the job done. You got to win playoff games. If you expect to hoist a Lombardi, you got to win those primetime games during January. And in Carson's career, he hasn't had very many opportunities, but when he has had them, they haven't worked out. It hasn't worked out.
So there's always been something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this last year's case, it was the thumb. So, not that he made those excuses, but obviously, something was wrong because that was awful. The game was awful. So, I guess,
something.
But I guess that's
that's it, bro. We talked about past, present, and future, man. CPGM, we love the Cardinals, man.
State of the franchise, man.
We done with the whole series, man.
It's a wrap, bro.
Thank you for go back and watch all the other ones, man. We broke it down, man. Everything, man. So yeah.
And if you don't like what we're saying, we'd like to hear about it. Just
comment,
don't dismiss it. You know what I mean? Let us know.
Where can they find us? Man,
CarlsonPotatoGM.com, YouTube, CarlsonPotatoGM, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're on iTunes, Podcast Addict, man.
Instagram.
Yeah, man. Those podcasts are great, man. Great listens, man.
Great listens make you laugh.
CPGM podcast, man.
Informative. You know what I mean? So, holla at us.